What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So first of all, talking about our free picks from yesterday. So yesterday was not a good day on our free picks. Giants money line lost. We split both of our parlay play slips. Yesterday, if our parlay play was really bad, but on every other app it wasn't bad at all. Giants money line cost me a slip, but other than that, it was pretty decent. We got 2 of the 3 tacos to cash, which isn't bad, and hopefully we can end up with a good day today on the free picks. And once again, sorry about yesterday's free picks. Kelsey Plum ended up pulling out the dub, or pulling out the cash for us. Clark, 6 points, shot horribly. Plum shot horribly. I thought she was going to chalk. She ended up getting it for us. Rodon cashed. Luis Castillo should have been cashed. He had one really bad 4th or 5th inning. I can't remember which one it was. And had like a 30 or 40 pitch inning, and it ruined him. He was pitching 15 pitches per inning. Pretty much every other inning. Had a good 5th inning, and then the 4th inning he struggled on. But anyways, he got pulled. Didn't come back out the 6th with 90 pitches, which I don't blame him. He was struggling. And then obviously Giants money line chalked us. But we did have this win right here. We had Eric Lauer, Scooball, and then Strider, $150 to win 303. Scooball and Paddock, $100 to win 200. This was our taco play. $100 to win $2 here. Cute Bubic and Crochet. This is how I do the tacos, guys. I do double ups on these tacos. You just take the taco, pair it with your favorite goblin, and if as long as the taco cashes, the majority of the time you're good to go. But I like the double ups, and yes, I can play $100 on these Prizepick tacos and discounts because I am VIP with Prizepicks. What that means is I have played a lot of money in the Prizepicks app. I'm not even partnered with Prizepicks. I don't even have a Prizepicks code, but I have played a ton of money through the app over the years, and they reached out to me through email asking to join their VIP program where they give you like bonuses so that you spend even more money on the app. So that's why I can play $100 on these apps. I get that question a lot, just letting you know. Same thing for Sleeper. I am Sleeper VIP. When you get a pick on sale, I can play up to $75 on it. I think it's $20 max for most people. But Crochet and Valdez cashed us out last night. Then we had Cal Rayleigh and Yandy Diaz. We had this one $100 to win $350 over on the Underdog app. So if you guys do want to get every single one of our plays, click that link down in the description. Join our WAP. $10 a week, $25 a month. Pretty cheap compared to most competitors, I'm not going to lie. Would love to have you guys in there. The Discord is free to join. If you're not in our Discord, we'd love to have you in the Discord. We're going with some more MLB and some more WNBA props for today. Hopefully we can have a better day. Like I said, I am going to pick our winner from yesterday's video to get a free month of VIP. And I want to say thank you guys so much. You guys showed a ton of love to the video yesterday. Yesterday's video did really, really well compared to what usually happens with these baseball and these WNBA videos. Usually they just don't do very good. Yesterday did pretty dang good. Over 300 likes on the video. Y'all are awesome. If y'all do that again, I'd be super, super thankful. If this video gets 200 likes, I'm picking another comment down below to win a free month of our VIP. So picking our winner from yesterday. Winner is for your boy Tunes. He said win streak, let's go. Well, unfortunately, Tunes, yesterday was not the start of our win streak, but today will be. So join our Discord. You got a free month of VIP. Send me a message, man. Message me on Discord, and I'll get you added. For the ones who do win, make sure you message me on Discord. Instagram DMs get filtered, so sometimes Discord does, but Discord is the best way to reach me. Just saying that. Send me a message, man. I'll get you added. Once again, 200 likes on this video. I'll pick another comment down below. You do have to be a subscriber. You obviously every time you comment, you have a chance at winning. So I think yesterday had 128 entries, so one of 128. Not too bad. It's really not. If you comment enough times, eventually you guys are going to win. But anyways, let's jump into this WNBA slate. Now, I know I said yesterday in the video Caitlin Clark was playing Minnesota. I want you to look at this. I looked at the slate for the WNBA yesterday through OUTLIER. I didn't pull it up on the ESPN app and look at exactly who they're playing that way. I just trusted OUTLIER. OUTLIER has pretty much every game for the Fever on here for some reason. So they got Fever in the Wings, which was Friday's game. Then they got Fever in the Lynx, which is Minnesota, which is next Tuesday. So I must have like typed in Caitlin Clark, and it pulled up Caitlin Clark's props for every one of these games. And it just so happened that I clicked the Minnesota game and assumed she was playing Minnesota. That she played Seattle yesterday. I understand that. I apologize for the misunderstanding there. I got ripped in the comments a couple times. I'm going to make mistakes sometimes, guys. Yesterday was a mistake. Once again, apologize. But we got the Sun and the Aces, the Liberty and the Valkyries playing tonight. 2 decent games. The Sun and the Aces could possibly be a blowout. Now, there's one prop I really, really like from this game, which is going to be the first game we talk about, and it's going to be for A'ja Wilson. Now, last time A'ja Wilson played, we had a sweaty under. I took the under 41.5 PRA. We locked in the under 41.5 on her PRA last time, and before the game started, it had been bumped down to 35.5. So the line moved dramatically. We could have hedged that bet and played over the 35.5 and under the 41.5 and cashed twice because she landed right at I thought she had 36. Maybe she had 33. Maybe I'm wrong on this. I think it was 36. I think it was versus Seattle whenever I took her. Took the under. But yeah, I think she ended up with 36, which was close, so we could have hedged it that time. But I like Wilson today over 34.5. Now, if you look at her on the season so far, she has struggled. She's averaging 34.5 on the dot, 4 over 10 games this season. She's cashed. They're playing against Connecticut. This game is going to be a game that could possibly be a blowout. It's a minus 19.5 favorites for the Aces. Now, the Aces haven't looked amazing lately, 6-4 out of their last 10 games. Not the dominant team that they were last season. You can look last season. A'ja Wilson cashed this line 32 of 44 games, which is a 73% hit rate. She averaged 40 PRA. I expect her to start picking it up a little bit. I do. I really expect her to start having better games. She's averaging 32 minutes per game this season. Last season, she was playing 34.7, so a little bit more minutes. But in these games that are close, she's going to play the 34 minutes. But a lot of these games are just she's just 27, 26, 28, 29. Depends on how she plays. But if you look at the Connecticut's PRA defense, one of the worst defenses in the league in pretty much every category. Second worst points defense, the worst rebounding defense, and then the fourth worst assist defense in the league. Now, that being said, blowout potential. Hopefully the Sun can keep this close. I'm taking a risk because of the blowout. If you don't want to risk it, I don't blame you. But A'ja Wilson is one of the best players in the league right now, and highly recommend not sleeping on her a lot on every single game, even though we took that one under. But 41.5 was really high. Why is it doing this? But, all right, guys, I'm not even going to lie. I'm about to get tilted with this, unless they pulled A'ja Wilson off the board, which maybe they did. No, she's definitely still here. The parlay play is just tripping. So 34.5, you got a regular payout, 1.7, 1x if you want to lock it in. If you want to buy her down, you can. Don't dislike buying her down, but 34.5, I think she gives us 35 today. I think the game stays a little bit closer than a 20-point spread. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like that. I think she's going to get her 32 minutes, and I think she in the first half she's going to have over 20, and she's going to cash this out pretty easy because she dominates versus Connecticut. You can see the last 4 games versus Connecticut, 3 of her last 4 she's cashed, 75% hit rate, 37 PRA on average, averaging 18 field goal attempts. She had 25 field goal attempts in her last game last season. This season she played 1 time, 36 PRA, had 16 field goal attempts, averaging 16 on the season. 3 games she dropped over 20 field goal attempts. Last game she had 21 versus the Fever. So as long as this game is she feels like she needs to pick it up, she's going to pick it up and take the shots. But like I said, A'ja Wilson is pick number 1, and I've got to lock her in. So jumping into our second play, the one that I'm going to pair with. Like I said, these plays can be a little bit risky for WNBA. I'm splitting a lot of slips lately on it, but I do like Breanna Stewart once again. New York Liberty. I like her to give us 20 points. So her original line is 21.5. You can get her right now at 19.5 on parlay play for a boosted line at 1.6x. So this play ends up being a 2.8x. So almost a 3x play. 250 is going to win $700. You're going to see me lock it in live. Come over here to track picks. Yes, we had a bad day yesterday. We split both slips. I'm hoping that doesn't happen again today. But I'm taking Breanna Stewart to give us 20 points and then A'ja Wilson to give us 35 PRA. So looking at Breanna Stewart on the season, she's cashed this 7 of 13 games, averaging 21 points per game. Looking at her head-to-head data versus the Valkyries. So both games she's cashed, 25.5 points averaged on the 2 games, 24 in one game, 27 in the other game. Both these games are from this season back on May 27th and May 29th. So did struggle a little bit some of these games. She had 10 points versus Washington, 13 versus Connecticut, but you got to look at the games here. So that was a 48-point blowout win. That one was a 22-point blowout win. She only played 24 and 22 minutes in those games respectively. This game has a 7.5-point spread. It's supposed to be a competitive game. They're on the road, and I do think that this game stays close, and I think it stays competitive. So I think she gives us 20 points today. So Breanna Stewart is going to be the second pick that we just got locked in. So that being said, we're going to swap over to baseball for the next couple of plays. I have 3 plays for baseball. 1 or 2 of the plays is going to be from the same player, and it's a pitcher, and I like 2 props. I'm going to let you guys pick the one you want, or you can play each prop once, whatever you guys want to do. And We're going to talk about that now. So the first prop is going to be for a man, Jacob deGrom. I love playing deGrom. deGrom's a really good pitcher. He does struggle with injuries a lot of the time. Not the dominant pitcher he usually is this season, but I like 2 props for deGrom. So the first one we're going to talk about is his pitching outs. I think this one, I'm not going to say I like it more, but I do like this play because they're pitching against Baltimore. Baltimore is not a good offensive team. If you come down here and look at Baltimore versus a right-handed pitcher, they have a 246 batting average, a 309 on-base percentage. Their OPS is pretty good. They got some slugging percentage and some walks, but 733 OPS, which is top 12 in the league. But the other 2, not good at all. If you look at deGrom on the season, he is 7-2, 224 ERA, and a .92 WHIP. So dude has pretty much been dealing. He hasn't been pitching super deep into these games. You can see he's only went 6 innings, 8 of 15 games on the season. He's averaging 85 pitches per game. His last 5 games, he's only pitched in the 80s. So you can tell they're trying to keep him healthy. If he gets in the 80s after the 5th, I think they keep him in to try to pitch the 6th. But you can see that they're not risking this injury. In this game, like versus Pittsburgh, they won 6-2, 84 pitches. He got pulled in the 6th inning, which most pitchers, including him, would usually come out for that 7th inning, but he didn't. So that is the only risk we really have for this one, in my opinion. I don't think this Baltimore team is going to hit off of him super well. So that being said, we're going to come down here. We're going to click deGrom on RotoWire, and then we're going to take a look at how these batters hit versus deGrom. So there's not barely any data. So this is one reason that I like this as well. If a pitcher isn't seen by the batters, it's better for the pitcher. You can see 2 at-bats, 0 hits, 3-0, 3-0, 6-2. He has a 1.1 OPS, but he also hit a home run once out of those 6 at-bats with 2 RBIs. So that obviously gave him a massive increase on that slug percentage, which increases that OPS. So that being said, there's not really anything on here that I'm worried about for deGrom. I think deGrom pitches lights out tonight. I think he gives us 6 innings. And that being said, I like this prop as well as his fantasy score. So we got pitching outs, which I'll pull up here. We're just going to pull deGrom. We're going to look at payouts for both of these. So pitching outs, you got a 1.5x if you take over. And then his fantasy score, which is the same on Prizepicks, is 38.5. And you can see the fantasy scoring here. A strikeout's going to be 3 points. A win is 6. A quality start is 4. An out is 1. And then an earned run is 3. So I don't think he, at max, gives up 1 earned run, in my opinion. I could see him getting lots of strikeouts, 6 Ks probably. I see him getting the win. And then I do see him getting a quality start as well. A quality start just means he gives 3 or fewer earned runs and he pitches 6 innings. So I see that going there. So fantasy score I like a lot. If you do it that way, if he pitches 6 innings, you'd have 18 fantasy score. If he gets 5 strikeouts, that'd be another 15. It'll put you at 33. If he gets a win and a quality start, that's plus 10. That puts you at 43. Minus an earned run will put you at 40. So he would still catch that line. That's at 5 strikeouts. I'm thinking he might give us 6 tonight. If you look at his strikeout line, 6.5 is his original line. I'm banking on at least 6. He probably gives us 7. He's a very high strikeout pitcher. We can look at deGrom here in a second. We're going to pull up his fantasy score first. So you can come down here, look at his strikeouts per 9, 8.86. So right at a strikeout per inning pitcher. He's usually a lot higher than that. You can look at his fantasy score for the season. He's been over 7 of 15 games. There's no head-to-head data versus Baltimore. Come down here. We're going to click his case first. Then we're going to come down here to Baltimore strikeout percentage. So Baltimore strikes out more than almost any other team in the league. They strike out 24% of the time. So he's going to get a lot of Ks tonight, in my opinion. And it's a really good matchup for that. So deGrom, fantasy score, or pitching outs, whichever one you want to run. I'm running both. We'll compare it to Prizepicks. I will pull it up on Prizepicks just so we can make sure we're getting the best value here. So we're going to start with pitching outs. deGrom at 17.5. And I'll go ahead and tell you it's the same value for a fantasy score, but I'm not sure about the pitching out play. So we're going to see where it's better, where you should play it. But deGrom, who we're pairing him with, is going to be Max Fried. You guys know I like playing Fried. I'll play Fried if any matchup that's decent versus Fried, and I'm taking him for 6 innings, over 17.5 pitching outs. That's what I got him at. It might have been bumped. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it on. He's 17.5 still, so I just checked really quick just before I even talk about the play just to make sure he's on here. So if I play 250 on this play, it's a 2.25x on Prizepicks. If we play it on Parlay play, it ends up being, you can't even get him at 17.5. So yeah, so that play is going to be only a play that we can play on Prizepicks. It is what it is. Parlay plays going to hoe us out of this prop, which I locked in this slip already on Prizepicks. I'll pull it up just to show you guys it is logged in. Well, I actually have a third play with it. I played it in a round robin. I forgot about that. But anyways, Fried, deGrom, pitching outs. I like them. Prizepicks 2.2x. I'm probably going to throw $100 on this slip. And there you go. That's what you can lock in if you want to play it there. If you don't want to play it on here, then you can probably play it on Chalkboard. Chalkboard's payout's probably going to be a little bit worse if you were to take deGrom fantasy score instead. So let's pull that up, and I'll show you the payout difference. Where's fantasy score? Pitcher fantasy score. Find deGrom at 38.5. You have a 2.5x. So you got better payout on fantasy score. I like both of them about the same. In my fantasy score calculations, I have deGrom going 6 innings anyway, so I mean, I kind of like the 6 innings because if he doesn't go 6 innings, he doesn't get a quality start, which takes away 4. So it just depends. So he could get 10 Ks though as well, which it's one of those that he can cash it in a lot of different ways. I'm just banking on the 6 innings. So that'd probably be my favorite pick of the two if I had to pick one. But that is our 3 pitcher plays. Looking at Max Fried, I'll do the write-up on him. He's cashed 75% of games, 12 of 16 on the season, averaging 19 pitching outs per game. Pitching in Cincinnati versus the Reds. The Reds are a pretty decent offense versus a left-handed pitcher. They do struggle. Batting average is 217. Their on-base percentage is 299, and their OPS is 645, which is pretty much bottom 10 in the league. Bottom 5 in batting average and bottom 6 in OPS almost. So they are struggling. If you look at Max Fried, he's 9-2 on the season, 2.05 ERA, .96 WHIP. Dude's one of the best pitchers in the league, probably my favorite pitcher in the league, or top 2 for me, just because he did play for the Braves for so long, or played for the Braves. But anyways, pulling up Max Fried here. We're going to see how this Reds team hits off of him. Come down here, not much data. Stevenson, 1 at-bat, 0. Connor Joe, 7 at-bats, 2 hits. None of the OPSs. Obviously, that's better for Fried. I like this play a lot. Make sure there's no rain data here. For this game, there is a 16% precipitation chance. If you go up to the Texas game, 31% precipitation chance. I don't think there's going to be anything we need to worry about. Texas is minus 157. I think Texas gets the win today if you want to take Texas money line. I also think that the Yankees get the win, minus 217. Now, at minus 217, I don't like it enough to bet on it, just because the Yankees have struggled so much. Like, lately, the Yankees are struggling. So, I've been burned by them a couple times in the last week, so I'm not confident enough to where I want to lock this in, but I do think that they get the win tonight with Max Fried pitching. It's just my opinion. Hopefully, their batters come out hot. But I do like this Texas money line in Baltimore versus Brandon Young, who has a 6.23 ERA. So, that being said, those are our 3 plays for today. One slip, Max Fried and deGrom. You can lock them in however you want. Then our other slip I got for WNBA. You can see we have Breanna Stewart and AJ Wilson. And that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a second slip. So we're going to lock in a deGrom play live on video, just so you guys know that I am playing deGrom. We're going to lock in his pitching outs. In my round robin, I played his fantasy score. That's why I'm locking in his pitching outs right now. So promo. We're going to look at these promos. We're going to find our favorite one. Now, you got Aaron Judge. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. That's not a bad play. I mean, Judge has struggled a little bit. Got Kikuchi to give us 5.5 Ks. Versus the Red Sox, I don't know. Paul Skeens to give us 7 Ks. 7 Ks is a lot. I don't care if it is Skeens. I'm probably not running that. Acuna to give us 1.5. Let's see here. Anything that we really like. I like the Tina Charles 14.5 points, to be honest, for Connecticut. But if she gets blown out, it's going to be really, really bad. You got Yamamoto 5.5 Ks versus Colorado. This might be the one. Colorado strikes out a ton. So we're going to do live research on the extra play if you guys want to play it. Code Fantasy Aces on Parlay Play gets you a free month of VIP, by the way, if you guys do want to check it out, as well as a deposit match. So Yamamoto over 5.5 Ks. He's only cashed 8 of 15 games this season. Now, he has a head-to-head versus Colorado. He's cashed 2 of 3 games versus Colorado. None are from this season. If you come down here and look at Colorado, they strike out more than any other team in the league. They strike out 26% of the time. They are going to swing the ball. At home, they're going to swing at the ball even more. Yamamoto is 6-6 on the season with a 2.76 ERA and a 1.09 WHIP. I kind of like this, guys. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to play this boost. Parlay Play has been very selective with their boost lately. I will say that. So you got to be careful with some of them because I like Judge though too. Let's see. How does Judge hit off of Brady Singer? Let's take a look at that real quick. So Aaron Judge, he's 12 at bats, 5 hits, 2 RBIs, 3 walks. He has a 950 OPS in 12 at bats. So I mean that's really, really good. It really is. That's a good. I'll definitely be playing Judge in a slip. If you guys want to trade it for Yamamoto, you can. I'm going to lock in another slip with Judge today for sure, 100%. But I'm going to take Yamamoto for this free slip because I think I like the Yamamoto play slightly better. So I'm going to lock it in. 250 to win us 540. Track picks. You can come down here. You can see I can't even cancel this play. I'm not showing these and then canceling it. 250 to win 700. 250 to win 540 here for deGrom. Pitching outs. And then Yamamoto 5.5 Ks. If you guys do want to tell that. But that's what I got for today, guys. Hope you have an awesome day. Hope you catch every single slip. Join our Discord, like I said. It's free. Links down in the description. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video after hopefully we can get us this sweep.